Hey everyone, welcome back. Thank you as always for joining us. This is Miguel Antonio Barragan, aka Fight Fiend Migs, joined as always by my co-host Andrew. Don't get it twisted, Lapachet, and this is the Mad Boxing Show, or Mad Boxing for short. Thank you so much for joining us on this lovely, warm Wednesday afternoon slash evening, heading into the evening here in Las Vegas. It's still warm. It's still warm. It's cool. It's getting cooler, but now it's still warm. Like you can still wear shorts outside. You can still go out in a tank top to grab your mail because it's not that cold yet. We're getting there, though. We're getting there. The cooler, or as time goes on, of course, the cooler we will get. But we're not there yet. So as of right now, still lovely. I was working up a sweat, putting some Christmas lights outside. So yeah, it was still a little warm outside. But as we mentioned earlier, it's Sunday specifically. Whenever there is some sort of news, we want to talk about it. Of course, we don't want to wait until the following Wednesday. So we bring you guys a midweek Wednesday show of whatever news popped up between now and then. And we're going to be talking about plenty of it because earlier today, as a matter of fact, just finished wrapping up a little while ago, Teofimo Lopez and Shakur Stevenson had their first press conference. It's going to kick off the press tour. I believe they said January 31st is when they're scheduled to fight. We're going to be talking about that. And it was on DAZN or YouTube if you guys want to check that out, of course. But we're going to be talking about that. And I guess whatever excitement, action there was, which there wasn't really much, but we're going to talk about that. We're going to be talking about more about Terrence Crawford and this sanctioning fee of the WBC because it seems like everybody has an opinion on it. And as time goes on, it seems like everybody's coming out of the woodwork with their opinions, especially one Ryan Garcia, who was on the I think what is called Ringside Inside or something like that, whatever show Max Kellerman has on the Ring Magazine website. So we're going to be talking about that. We're going to be talking about Jake Paul and the supposed forced announcement. Sounds like a false alarm, but we're going to talk about it because we were under the impression that there's going to be some sort of announcement coming up, and it has yet to actually happen, or unless we missed it, which I highly doubt it because we've been checking good. And then lastly, I don't know if I want to toss this in here, but it's more of like a formality. Mike Tyson and Floyd Mayweather for 2026. Oh my, this thing's getting weirder and weirder. But we're gonna be talking about that, of course. And before we get into all of those details, Andrew, what's going on, dude? How has your Wednesday gone so far?
Yeah, what's up, bro? I don't know. I'm working. It's cold as shit. We have toxic fog. I don't know what that's doing to me. You know, Miguel, in the last few years, I would say last decade maybe, we've dealt with two fires that they said, stay indoors, you're going to hurt yourself. Then we dealt with COVID, and now we're dealing with the toxic fog. Have you heard about the toxic fog in the Bay Area? Or
I
no, I
have,
think it's in
I
the
have
valley.
not.
It's
Oh,
in
in
the
the
valley.
valley.
Yeah.
I have not. I mean, I can assume what it is, but please elaborate.
No, I don't want to. I don't know why it's happening. I just know that it's happening and it sucks. I know that I'm breathing in bad air again. They said,
Aren't we all though? Aren't we all?
I haven't seen the sun in a few days. I think today was the first time. Yeah, bro. It's like the sky's been gray for a while.
Mm.
Instagram, send Miguel toxic fog, please.
Right,
Oh,
right,
I do it all
exactly.
the time. I talk to my phone all the time, and it does it.
Oh,
No,
that sounds more toxic. It's like Siri, send Miguel some fucked up ass shit.
but no. So definitely might have some respiratory issues coming up here. I don't know. That's what they're warning everybody with: breathing, asthma, allergies, things like that. Um, saying it's natural. I don't really remember the toxic fog when I was little, but in this new timeline that we live in, we have toxic fog.
What the hell? I mean, I know fog, obviously, and it's
Yeah, I
dangerous to
know
drive in
fog
fog,
too,
but
bro.
like toxic, where's the
Yeah,
toxicity coming from? Like, what the
that's
hell?
what I said. I think something to do with the earth. I don't know.
Oh gosh, is it one of those? Is
It
it like,
might
oh, the
be.
chemtrails, oh, the chemtrails, they're dropping a bunch of chem. I hope it's not one of that shit. Just fear mongering. Good lord, what's next, guys?
You don't believe in that every morning
Um,
the jets go up and they start
I,
spraying?
I don't know what the fuck to believe in, but at this point, They're like, is the ink in your pen killing you? Like, tune in tonight at 10 p.m. Like, what the fuck? Everything's killing me, y'all. At this point, I'm gonna make it to, barely gonna make it to 50. Yeah, I don't know.
I thought it was funny until the sun hadn't shown its face in like 3 days.
Mm.
Then I started hoping for the sun to come back. I was like, hey, it's gray skies. I don't know, man. It's gray right now, but sun's already going down. But yeah, skies are gray right now. It's just a weird thing. Well, I'll send you a video. I have some video on it. I forgot why it's happening, but
I hope the video isn't from some fucking conspiracy theorist on Instagram trying to
it's Al
spread the
Gore.
word. Yeah. It's Joe Rogan with his shit. It's like we didn't go to the moon, by the way. Oh gosh, here we go. We're gonna get started with that shit. Well, hopefully it warms up for you guys and the sun decides to show its face, because it's I know you guys up there. I mean, yeah, I know you guys up there at this point get cold as fuck, right? So I know that's gonna be in for a while. We still get some of the warm. So I'm sending warm vibes out over to you as we speak here. But besides that, everything else good? Everything good? A easy, simple day at work?
Oh yeah, everything's good, bro.
Right on. I happen, dude. I had to start late to work today. I work from home, so I had these like little USB security thing that I had plugged into my work computer, and that's supposed to like read my fingerprint. It wasn't reading my fingerprint, and I had to like wait till my boss came in, got clocked in, and I was like, "Hey, I can't log in anymore. What's going on?" And then she was like, "Well, can you get in here? Can you get in here?" I'm like, "Yeah, I can get in most of it. I just can't get in here." It's like, damn. So I had already like hit up IT, and they're like, "Yeah, we'll send you another one of those little USB things. It's gonna take 3 to 5 days." I'm like, fuck, hell no. So when I talked to my lead and she's like, "You want to just drive down to the office and pick one up? You can do that." I'm like, "Yeah, let's do it. Fuck it." So I literally drove down to work, the office, I guess, that I haven't been there in a hot minute because they sent us home back from COVID. And I made it back home, logged in, took me a hot fucking minute. I had to log back in and talk to IT again so they can re-register the new thing. It was a pain in the ass, but I got it done. So that was my unusual Wednesday, which is not the norm.
Very nice.
All right. Well, speaking of not the norm, today we had a press conference. I was a little I guess suspicious that this fight was going to actually happen. Teofimo Lopez, Shakur Stevenson. These guys. I right off the bat, watching parts of this press conference, there was a part where Eddie Hearn got on the mic, and he says, "First off, you guys, I really want to, we should give a lot of credit to these fighters for deciding to take the fight and making it happen." And to some degree, I understand and I agree. I'm like, yeah, let's give them credit. They're gonna put their egos aside, sign the dotted line, and make the fight happen. But at some point, I'm like, isn't this how it's supposed to be? Like, shouldn't they been doing this? I'll give them credit for doing it, but at the same point, I'm like, all right, hold on, let's not lick these guys' toes too much. It's like they should be fighting the fucking best. This is the kind of fights that we should be getting. But I will definitely show my appreciation. Appreciation on top of the fact that it's not on pay-per-view. At least that's what it seems. They have yet to mention the word pay-per-view. They keep saying live on DAZN, live on DAZN, live on DAZN. So we're gonna get a fight of this caliber live on DAZN. I'm down. So I will show my appreciation because I still have my DAZN subscription. But it was quite the. It was a good press conference. They talked a lot of smack, but there just wasn't. I don't know. It seemed like there wasn't a lot of electricity. The vibe seemed a little dead. I mean, even when Teofimo got on the mic and he joked a little bit, and like everything was quiet and nobody said anything, and he's like, "Come on, guys, aren't you guys excited for this shit? Fuck!" And then finally, media kind of spoke up and everything, and then he goes off into his little rant. But I was like, "Damn, yo, like, are they not allowed to fucking yell, or at least cheer them on or something?" It just seemed like it was a really dead vibe in there. It didn't help that Shakur is kind of like that anyway. Yeah, he'll talk his crap, but for the most part, it's really Teofimo. We've seen Teofimo's ring entrances. They're much more of a showman than most. So Teofimo definitely made the attempt to make the press conference a little more exciting, even Teofimo Sr. So, Andrew, from what you saw, parts, bits and pieces of this press conference, what impression did you get? Does it seem like any people are excited for this fucking fight?
They should be. I think the diehards will be. I don't, how much of these guys are a household name, Stevenson and Lopez. That's a little of the unknown. You know, I
Mm,
don't know how many are going to tune in if it's on pay per view. If it's on free TV, then it really doesn't matter how popular they are.
mm.
It only matters for the guys that paid the guaranteed money to put them in the ring. Um, I don't look. These are two of the best talents of this generation. No trash talk was needed. I'm very excited for the fight. I like the face off that the two gave us. I was glad that both men stood um didn't pick the bad guy. Let's just say Lopez. I'm glad Lopez didn't say anything racist, right? Kind of scared me when he dropped the little jig of my balls. I thought he was going somewhere else with it, so I'm glad it's funny. It's really never like, oh yes, he said jiggle my balls. He said jiggle my balls. That's all he was saying there. Cool. You know what I mean? It's like that when that's the good thing to say is jiggle my balls. That's when you know you're bad, Lopez. You might be racist when we're happy that you just said that. But no, he kept it clean. They both kept it clean. Don't need any trash talk. I need January 31st to get here. That's what I need. Can you Shakur Stevenson's speed might be tested? Is that what the Lopez's were saying? They're faster than him? When we heard Lopez in a match like that? Or excuse me, Stevenson.
Stevenson, yeah, yeah. That was the impression that I was getting. Like they legitimately think they can like outspeed Shakur. I mean, either that or maybe timing. Maybe like we can time this guy. His speed is, yeah, he's gonna maybe be a little bit faster, but usually they can time it. Maybe that's what they were referring to. I don't know.
There's not too many moments we're gonna have where two fighters are in their elite. And look, Lopez has been elite. Maybe he's on the downside, but still elite. Stevenson, when we want to thank them, Miguel, is because Stevenson's the one that did this prematurely. He didn't have to. He could have
Mm,
stood at lightweight. He could have dominated there for a few more years, moved up later on, let Lopez really get about halfway down that hill, then come after him. And that's even if he's still there. Maybe there's a new king by that time and this fight never happens.
mm.
But the fact that Stevenson left 135 to move up and take on Lopez, this is another diehards fight. It really is. This is not one that hopefully it does good sales, ticket sales, but I don't think it's going to be sold out in the first 5 minutes. And I think if they had waited and Stevenson had grown a little bit more, maybe then it would have been. If Lopez is still the king, only if he's still the king of the division, just say Lopez at this standard, if this was a few years later, maybe then they would have gotten more money than what they are for this fight. But I don't expect this to be a sellout right away. But I expect the house to be packed. I definitely expect people to show up. I just don't think it's what it could have been. And there's no knock, like you said, there's no knock on either guy for doing this because really, this is going to elevate whoever wins to the next level faster than what it would have, right?
Mhm.
This is a huge win. If Lopez, let's just throw it both ways. If Lopez wins this, what a career. What an absolute career. He is the face down here, and he always has been, but he would just be reassuring everyone that he is the guy you need to get through. Somebody needs to get through him. And then Shakur, what a start. What a start to his career to get someone like Lopez at 140 as your first champ.
Yeah, and about it not selling out, Shakur is from Newark, New Jersey, which is right across the river, and Teofimo is from Brooklyn. They are doing it in MSG. Like, doesn't that kind of give you like more of an idea, or I guess
The
push it
tickets
towards
won't
more
be cheap.
potentially?
The tickets won't be cheap. So I don't expect it to sell out. Like I said, it will do good and possibly sell out later on, maybe the night of,
Hmm.
but it's not going to be the superstar fight that it should be, right? On paper, this is a mega fight. It's damn near a Super Bowl when you talk about talent. Not markability, but when you talk about talent, this is the best offense and defense you can get in the sport, right?
Mhm.
So that's what I mean. And the ticket prices will be high because both guys are probably going to be demanding a heavy penny to get in the ring. So there's not going to, like, you're getting in for $30. Probably not. Hopefully it's not. What do they usually do? 500, 350 for top deck. Hopefully it's not that. But I expect the tickets to be up there.
So from what I've heard, they keep saying on the zone, on the zone, on the zone. So it doesn't seem like it's going to be pay-per-view. Is that a mistake? Should they at least should they have made the attempt at least, like, fuck it, we'll do pay-per-view for something like this. We'll see how it goes or something along those lines. But from what I'm seeing, it seems like it's just going to be on regular DAZN. This fight, this caliber of a fight, shouldn't it be on pay-per-view?
Miguel, that man has a lot of money right now. These guys, like I said, their market isn't that big. So maybe it is only a $10 total payout you have to give them, 5-5, right? Maybe it's only 5 million, 3 and 2, 2.5, 2.5. Like, they're not the biggest names. Great talent, and maybe that's why Turkey put the fight on. Look, be honest with you, Turkey doesn't even consider it a big fight. He called in and said he has another fight ready, a big fight. He had a big fight for them because this ain't big. What? I'm like, Turkey, you got to slow down. You got to slow it down. For one, the fans don't want to spend back-to-back money on in January. Go to say you're a fan of one of the guys. You're going to go in January, then you have to drop another Super Bowl ticket in a few months later. What do you say, April or May or something like that? Come on now.
Or decide to skip this one altogether. It's like, what? There's a bigger one around the corner. I'm waiting. Fuck this. I won't even go to this one.
No, but that's where he's not knowledgeable because there is really not bigger than this right now. You know what I mean? This is one of the best fights you can get, and he should have left it at that. He really should.
And there's no guarantee that the big one may come afterwards because he said it himself, Turkey, about Shiraz. As soon as Shiraz, he says Shiraz beats Berlanga, he's got Canelo next. Well, that's assuming that Canelo got past Crawford, and that didn't happen. So much for that. You know what I'm saying? To be kind of counting your eggs before they hatch, sort of.
Right. Yeah. So that was kind of a turn off how he said that. This fight is big. Just an excellent fight. I can't wait until this one started. In fact, that you have two guys that are questioning the speed on each other. I don't know when's the last time we actually seen a fight with guys this fast to hands.
Yeah. Right? Yeah. That one, because even me, as soon as my dad heard about it, he's like, "You think they'll make it?" I'm like, "Well," and this was like maybe a week and a half, 2 weeks ago, before like the announcement of this press conference, and then my dad right off the bat wants to know my opinion. I'm like, well, and I kind of threw it at him, right? But I'm like, damn, this is tough because the hand speed, the awkwardness, I guess, a little bit of Teofimo, how he jumps in and out, and how he doesn't really throw combinations. Will Shakur be fast enough to take care of that? Because Shakur does. I'm sorry, not Shakur. Teofimo does jump in and out, right? So it's like he might jump in, maybe miss a punch because Shakur will get out of the way of it, but then he won't be there to try to counter him because of how fast he is. So their speed is like, damn, it's tough to call it so far. I guess time goes by and we start like looking and analyzing some of their videos and stuff like that, right? We might have a better idea and maybe have more of a firm prediction as the 31st approaches. But right now, I'm like, fuck, I'm not sure who I'd pick on this one.
With both fighters having so much experience, not only against each other, but here in America, both being American born and raised, I think their hands are going to be up definitely in this fight.
Mm-hmm.
You're not going to see too much bullshit.
No
no shoulder rolls, none of that.
No hot dogging.
The counter right is too fast, right? You're going to just leave that shot open all night. So I bet you both guys are going to change their game plan going into this because of the offense that's coming at each other. Chess. Definitely is going to be a lot of chess playing. 12 rounds.
Does that mean that we might not get a very aesthetically pleasing fight? Like it might not be very exciting?
We might not. This is a pitcher duel. It's a pitcher's duel.
A pitcher's duel? Like baseball you're talking about? All right.
Yeah.
I don't watch baseball. Give me a bit of a detail. What exactly that means?
When two pitchers, it's 0-0.
Oh, gotcha. So not much scoring. I see.
Not much scoring. Pitching duel. Yep. Yeah.
Oh shit! Damn. Yeah. Did you when he pulled the when the Mannix got the phone up? Sometimes I swear it's not even really like an actual phone call. It's just a pre-recorded turkey message. I don't know. It just seemed a little strange. I don't know. Maybe he really was on the phone. I don't know. But I don't know. When I hear that, sometimes I'm like, is that just like a pre-recorded message or some shit? What the fuck is that about?
Thought he totally killed the moment right there when he announced this bigger fight. It
Right.
was, how growing pains, but definitely
But he's
not
done
look.
this before. He's done this before. Like, when is he gonna get it? Like, I understand growing pains, but at this point, he should get it. No, I mean, like, he isn't that as much of a noob as he was, a year ago. Sorry, he should know something by now to not count the eggs before they hatch, or at least not minimize the current event, trying to hype up the next one.
Well, I mean, he thought the heavyweight division was going to be different than where it's at. He's changed his plan on the pay-per-view model. Uh, Told Canelo he was going to have 3 fights. Canelo took a surgery and bailed on him. Looks like he wasn't going to give him his 3 fights. Like,
Yeah.
a lot of things change with this dude. He's growing still, right?
Mhm.
That pay-per-view thing, or that DAZN subscription, just came out a few weeks ago. So this is not like this is old news either, you
Right.
know? So no, he's got to let things build, tone it down. Um I know he wants to get the business to a point to where, like, whatever Turkey says is gold. He
Mhm.
wants to be Dana, basically. Like when Dana puts out a UFC fight, the UFC fans, they used to. I don't know what the current state of the UFC is right now, but they used to be whatever the UFC put out, they were watching, they were rolling with. You know what I mean? And that's where Turkey's trying to go. Um, but it's a lot more expensive here. You got to let these fights grow. You got to let the desire, the
Mhm.
interest pick up in them. Can't drop one every 3 months. I'm sorry. It's not going to work. They'll get spoiled of that too.
But that's pretty decent. No, I mean, like, I remember when I was a kid and I was watching pro wrestling, there would be a pay-per-view every 3 or 4 months. So it kind of allows you time to build up. Like, oh shit! Even when, like, the UFC first came back on to pay-per-view in the early 2000s, 2001, they would have a pay-per-view every maybe 3 months or so, and that was kind of sort of the norm. That's enough time, though, to build up. I mean, again, if
Not
they're not on
not
pay-per-view per se, they don't have to fork up the kind of money.
different sport, and they're more of a storyline that McMahon
Hmm.
writes up. Um, this one, or used to write up, I guess, right?
Yeah.
This here, we're talking about him saying Stevenson, whoever wins this fight is going to be in the fight 3 months later.
Mhm.
That's a lot of freaking money be dropping if they're supposed to both be Super Bowls, right? If it's
Mhm.
bigger than what the fuck he's in currently, what is it? Terrence Crawford? Boots? Who's he fighting? Ryan Garcia? You know
Mhm.
what I mean? Like, what is bigger than Shakur versus Lopez? So that's what I mean by I'm talking about how he's saying that, oh yeah, this one's in New York. Last time I checked, New York's not cheap, right?
No, it's not. For
It's
for a
not
second,
cheap.
I thought about, I was like, let me see, because I got some plans mid January to go to Utah. But I was like, damn, can I fucking fork this up? Can I try to see if I can maybe go to MSG? Because that's kind of one of my bucket list things, is to watch a boxing event, like a major one, not some just no name, but some like major one in MSG. So I looked it up. I'm like, damn, this is fucking cheap. It's not cheap.
Yeah. Yeah. Then where's the second Super Bowl in 3 months after that? In Vegas? You're expecting us to now drop all the, or
Mhm.
the fans, you know what I
Right.
mean? So that's what I mean by that. Um, as far as a business, yeah, you want to drop so many pay-per-views every 3 months, that's fine as a business, but not on the fighter. You can't do that.
Mhm.
Shakur and Teofimo, this is the biggest fight of their career to date. That phone call should never have been made today.
Damn. Or at least if that phone call was there, it was to hype up this one, to make this one.
Congratulate him.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, there you go. To
Hey,
give them their
go,
props and everything. Huh? Huh.
go, Lopez. I give you 250,000 if you walk to the other side and slap Shakur, just to see if he does it. Do something like
Yeah,
that. Spice it up a little.
sure.
Jesus.
It's like Teofimo, please 300,000 if you drop the N-word right now. Like throw that in there just because. Like no turkey no we can't do that around here. We can't do that. No more of that, please. No more of that.
So I like Lopez.
Yes. Lopez also thinks there should be black champions. Uh, Good Lord. Turkey. Talk about growing pains.
Yeah, that was definitely one of those moments, bro.
Right.
I'll write that in your book. We cannot
Yeah.
say that anymore.
Yes. Highlight, please. Circle underscore. Why do you think the vibe in there was so dead? It just seemed like there wasn't enough excitement. I know a lot of the hardcores will be in. I don't know if maybe they didn't open it up to the general public. Maybe there wasn't public in there and it was just all media. Because by and large, press conferences are just all media, right? So maybe it just, I don't know. It just seemed like there wasn't that kind of vibe or the electricity to hear the buzz from the crowd when you're like constantly talking and talking to one another in the media rooms and stuff. It just didn't seem like that excitement was there.
I'm gonna say it was a little bit probably of nerves with both guys. I think both men are in a position they haven't been in before, because Lopez was in there with Lomachenko and Taylor, two overseas fighters, right? Not homegrown, not grown up with in the amateur rankings and in professional rankings, right? Both of these guys kind of seen themselves grow in the top ranked stable. So there's a lot more connection here. And then they probably know that fire that both of them bring, right?
Mm.
We're going to keep it cool today. That's probably what both of them said. All right. I just want the bell to ring. Like, I don't need the shit talk, dude. When Lopez and Shakur throw down, I will be watching. That's a guaranteed fact. And so even if it's a fucking pitcher's duel too, because that's going to be some high level chess getting played in there. Definitely both men know the ins and outs of boxing. So it's yes, it does suck for ticket sales, I guess, if you're trying to get.
I was about to ask you that because, like, I mean, wouldn't they need a little bit of the shit talk to at least get the interest of the general public, of the casuals? Like, wouldn't they kind of need that? And I don't mean going all out and shoving each other or anything like that, but at least throwing jabs at one another and giving each other like digs, zingers, I guess. But to at least capture, to try to fill up that fucking stadium as much as they can, because there's going to be the hardcores there, I'm sure, right? The New York fans, and they follow boxing quite a bit. But to get everybody else, to the fillers, the seats in between that aren't going to be there, wouldn't that be helpful to get them a little more trash talking?
Yes, Lopez. I don't know if Lopez can without going to the extreme, as we've seen many times with him. Today, the jiggle my balls thing was not really shit talking, even though if that's what he was trying to do there, like he just doesn't. He just seems awkward when it comes to being the bad guy in that sense. Now he'll throw a racial slur out there, and then try to take it back immediately and act like the good guy. But he's never the bad boy in the room. He's always the clown. In a good way. I don't mean that as a stupid clown or he's, you know what I mean? I just mean he's always joking around. He's always fucking around. And Stevenson's young. Stevenson hasn't been in too many of these moments, right? He's had some big moments with Top Rank, but this is on a whole nother level here. Like he said, he even said it today. He's been waiting for this whole time, right? This is what he's been fighting for. So to me, Lopez has climbed that mountain twice. You can say what you want about Josh Taylor, but the dude was highly respected when Lopez fought him and took him out. You know what I mean? He might not be that same guy today, but he was at that moment that fight took place, and especially coming from over there, he brought fans with him. And then Lomachenko is Lomachenko. So to me, Lopez has climbed this mountain twice. Obviously, he's got some new things he needs to worry about going against Stevenson, but it could be that Shakur was just a little bit green today, and They didn't know how to play the role either. Didn't know how to step up to that microphone, right, and sell a fucking ticket.
Right, because I think I mean,
Like,
I could be wrong, but I think the last time he was in a mega fight like this, where a lot of people were watching, he was on the undercard. It was, I forgot whatever card it was over there in Saudi Arabia when he was supposed to fight Schofield. What was it? I want to say it was the rematch between Beterbiev and Bivol over there in Saudi Arabia. He was going to fight, Schofield, and that's kind of a big deal over there, I suppose, right? And ultimately, it didn't happen. But that was, like, I think the only other time that he's been in that big of an environment where he wasn't even the main event.
yeah, yeah, no, I totally agree. And then the Top Rank in recent years, just no pay-per-views, just doing these little
Mm-hmm.
ESPN shows. And am I incorrect when I say he might even fought on a Thursday or Friday night? I know Lopez did, remember?
Oh yeah,
Lopez was take over
yeah,
Fridays. Remember they're clowning him? They're
right, right.
take over Thursday night or some bullshit.
Yeah, I
But
want to say I'm almost certain Shakur did that as well on a Friday.
Shakur might have been
One of
doing
the,
it.
like, Consunciao fights or something like that. I want to say.
And
Um,
that isn't that's not a main fight at all. That's a cakewalk for someone who's talented on the A side, bro. That's a cakewalk. So this is a whole different environment for him. Definitely when they enter the media room, hopefully if boxing's still the same, it'll be one of those moments where he hears the whole world at one time trying to talk. That's when you know you're in a big fight.
mhm. And when I first heard the date of the 31st, I was like, hold on. I know someone else is fighting on the 31st because I'm almost certain I've heard it somewhere before. Yeah, Xander Zayas is going to fight on the 31st in Puerto Rico. I was like, is that the fight? That's the fight I could have sworn I heard another fight. It was a major fight, but Xander
Plant.
Zayas is going to be.
It was
Oh,
Plant
yes,
and Charlo.
that's right. That too. Plant and Charlo.
They
And,
canceled that shit.
oh, what?
They moved it.
Oh, they
They
moved it.
ain't going up against this one.
Oh, they're gonna. You're saying, oh, damn it. My fucking dog is over here. I'm
I
gonna have to
think they
take it
already
over.
did. I thought it already got postponed.
Oh, shit. All right.
Charlo and Plant, I think already got moved, bro.
No shit. Really? Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Charlo versus Plant. I'm going to pull that up right now because
Yeah,
let's see
yeah,
here.
no, you gotta try.
Potential date of the 31st. Okay, has been mentioned. All right, cool. So Charlo did mention it, so I guess nothing is finalized or anything like that. Okay, now they're really not going to finalize it then in this particular case.
Hell no, I wouldn't. It,
Damn.
both promoters would be smart not to go up against each other. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? But definitely, I would say that Lopez and Shakur is a side on that pick.
So if you had to, if you had your back up against the wall, a knife to your face, and they're like, "Hey, pick me a winner right now before we even start, getting closer to the date, right off the bat, people are gonna be like, oh shit, Shakur's taking that one, or oh, Teofimo's taking that one." What you say? What do you say right off the bat before we even go any deeper? Who's your pick?
I'm leaning towards the guy that's climbed a mountain twice and is still in his
Mhm.
prime. Um, Shakur's moving up. He had weak hands at 135. We don't know what they're gonna be like at 140. Um, it's his first big fight. So
Mhm, mhm.
right now, I'm leaning towards Lopez 12-round decision.
All right, all right. Um, I'm kind of leaning that direction too. I kind of suspect that Shakur might not, after being as active as he was in the ring with Cepeda, and he's like, I'm not doing that shit again. I think he's going to be less active. He might pit pot shot here and there, but I don't think that's going to be enough to get the decision. I don't think. I think just on activity alone, I think tough, and it won't be easy. I'm not going to say it's going to be easy because Teofimo has some issues with that Jermaine Ortiz dude, right? And Sandor, and he's had some issues with people who move around like that. So maybe Shakur will give him a little bit of problem. He won't stand in front of him too long, but I just think that he'll. It's almost as if Shakur will spend most of the fight defending than really being on the offense, I think.
Mm.
All right, so um, onto this kind of reoccurring resurfacing story of Terrence Crawford being stripped of his WBC super middleweight title because of Noah deciding to not pay the $300,000. Shit, I wish it was $300. $300,000 sanctioning fee. that was 0.6% of whatever a fight purse was, that $50 million. So they say, well, maybe that was at the end of everything, once everything tallied up against Canelo. But ultimately, he said, no, fuck this. And as time has gone on, it seems as though more and more fighters have come out to, and not just fighters, but also like ring announcers. I've heard Jimmy Lennon Jr. throw in his 2 cents, stuff like that, on their opinion, on whether or not this is the right or wrong thing to do. A lot of these people are giving kind of political answers. They really don't want to say a yay or nay or one way or the other. It's like, oh, everybody's different, and I can see his point of view, and I can see his point of view, and they don't really want to, say yes or no, it was wrong. But when Ryan Garcia decided to throw in his 2 cents, and went as far as to say that was kind of cowardice of Crawford to not want to pay that amount. And he basically said what you said, Andrew, last week, where it's like he wasn't singing that same tune on the way up, on the ascent, right? That when on his way to getting that WBC belt, but now that he has it, and maybe that doesn't need it as much because he just beat Canelo and he's the man of the hour. Now it's like, oh fuck that, I don't need this shit anymore. Seems pretty fucked up. Even more so when we hear Mauricio Suleiman say that a portion of it goes to a certain charity or a fund or something like that that helps fighters in need. So it makes him look worse. But you had a bit of a well, it's an opinion, I guess, a specific, strong opinion that you had regarding what Ryan Garcia said, about this amount here, and you had a pretty good idea. Tell us, what was your idea, Andrew?
Well, it's not even an idea. I can't believe it hasn't been done already. And the only reason why I thought of it was because everyone keeps talking about these fees. It's why aren't they already in the contract? Why aren't they in the contract? Why isn't all right, first we need to know why it's not in the contract, Miguel, and then we need to know if this thing fluctuates during fighters. Because if it fluctuates, that's bullshit, right? You can't do that. But if it's a flat fee that everybody has to pay, I don't understand the problem of the sanctioning fee. So that's where I really was with it. It's kind of a old story. I don't know why the belts haven't just come out and already made this change that you guys won't fight for our titles then, because if this is the new in thing is everybody wants to win a title and then ditch it as soon as you make 20 million, 10 million. But now all of a sudden we're not paying it because the fee is hella more money than what it was when you're only making $1 million.
Well,
And,
isn't that
and
how
that's
it's been?
and that's another thing that I find funny with Ryan too. That's why I have to ask if the thing fluctuates with certain fighters, is because he goes, I don't even know why it's so much money. And it's like, what do you mean? He fucking told you it's a percentage of the check. What do you like? Why is that even a question? I know boxers don't go to fucking school or they don't finish school, but that's why they need lawyers, dude. That's why they need you see how that simple question that Ryan's saying right there?
Mhm.
He doesn't know why it's 300,000 when they even gave him the percentage of what it was and off of the check that he made. That's why they all need help, man.
Well, this is
This is
my
why they
understanding.
need the Ali Act too.
Oh yeah, that's true, huh? For their own protection. Um, the I've heard the figure of 6%. I hear that regularly, and I want to say it's either 6 or 3%. One of those two. I hear them kind of back and forth, right? And the way, at least the way Mauricio Suleiman made it seem, he probably thought that was kind of too much of what the 50 million bucks is that he got, right? So it's like, well, shit, let me go ahead and not do that, and let me take less. So he decided to change it. So there's where part of your question is answered, is that it does fluctuate, I guess, on the whim, because it probably isn't in black and white or on some sort of contract, because then he'd be really fucked, right? So just calculating it and going off of the number that everyone is saying, $50 million, it's 0.006%. That equals $300,000. So that's how they calculated that amount. Just pulling it up on my calculator here. So he did change it for Crawford, but to get less than what would have been possibly a lot fucking more.
I would
Um,
like to know. I would like
yeah,
to know what Canelo paid on his Triple G fights. Yeah,
yeah,
it'd
I
be
can
it'd be
imagine.
nice if Suleiman would go ahead and get that receipt for us, you guys. Go ahead and post that. Let's see that you're charging him 6% or 3%, 0.6%, whatever it is. Just show us
Mhm.
what you're charging your guys over there.
Yeah,
I,
and
I don't like that. I don't like that. We'll make a deal.
no,
It-
I mean, even if it's to help the fighter to say like, all right, we'll take less from you because you got a humongous
no,
payday here. No, not even
no,
that.
no. A flat fee should be a flat fee, and that's it.
Or what if it's a fee like a specific amount depending on how much the person makes? If the person makes amount, then it's a different one, almost like a tier thing, like a fucking thing. So instead of doing one amount for everybody, it's like a tax bracket. You get taxed a certain amount once you surpass another tax bracket kind of thing. Maybe it's like, all right, sort of a tax. Like if you make this low amount of money, it's going to be this percentage. If you make more amount of money, it's going to be this percentage,
And
and so on
that's
and so on.
fine. As long as it's a flat fee. That's fine.
Mm.
Just make it a flat fee. None of this, oh, hey, let's go have a drink and we'll talk about it. Because then I'm telling you, there's going to be favoritism. There's going to be at some point, someone's going to point out that he helped fighter A more than he helped fighter B. And why is that? So why do we want to go there? And if it really is for the retirement and the good, the good of, for the good of all boxing, flat fee it and put it in. Is it Suleiman Chico? It's not even going to me. Look, whoop, gone in the bank. Not even touching it. And now no one cares.
Mhm. Could it be maybe that's why he's not showing receipt because maybe it isn't going there?
Oh yeah, or he's got favoritism.
Yeah.
Maybe one guy only paid 100 grand.
Right? Maybe one guy came over and like washed his car for a month. It's like, all right, that works. We'll do that, buddy. Just mow my lawn for the next 2 months. We'll call it even. We'll call it even.
Does your uncle still do concrete?
Yeah, I need my driveway repaved, yo. Does he still do that shit? Hit me up. Oh yeah, that shit. Be like, hey, hit up Andrew. I gotta fucking fix my AC, man. My fucking AC, my AC unit in my garage is fucked up.
So
But
it's go ahead.
isn't this like this is kind of like the this isn't unusual. I'm hearing like I see it all the time. Like I remember Jermaine Taylor when he beat who was it, Bernard Hopkins. He got all the belts, and then like by the time he defended the belt or at least lost the belt, I should say, to Kelly Pavlik. Kelly Pavlik only had like 2 belts. He had like the WBO and then the Ring Magazine and then maybe the WBC. But the IBF went, the WBA went, like those are all gone. It's just like it seems like it's the norm. Fighters will get to that point and they're like, man, I got all the belts. I don't want to pay sanctioning fees for all of them. Fuck it. Even that's why when I see stuff like Usyk relinquishing the IBF belts, they haven't said that's the reason, and I'm not saying that is the reason. But when I see this happen all the damn time, it's almost like it keeps happening over and over. I mean, even Teofimo himself, when he got all the belts at lightweight, I don't know, or maybe I'm getting confused with someone else, but like at some point, they start dropping the belts, and the fighters will have all of them at some point, right? And then by the time their defense comes around, they only have 2. It's like, what the fuck happened to the other 2? So
Yeah,
isn't this kind of what happens all the time?
yes, and most of the time, those fighters that get all 4 belts move up after that is accomplished because your time at that division is done, right? The guys that we're talking about are your Bernard Hopkins, your Floyd Mayweathers, the guys that hold on to that one title, right? They have 10 title defenses on that one. Then maybe they go and fight for a unified, undisputed, something like that.
Mm.
But it's very rare that a guy grabs all the belts and defends all the titles and pays all the sanctioning fees. They don't do that.
No.
Once they get there, you cash those buddies in, you move up to the next division, and you go and try to do the shit all over again. That used to be boxing, right? Like I said, you'd have some guys that would, even Chavez latched onto the WBC, and so yeah, they're those are the guys that are paying sanctioning fees. I think a lot more. I don't expect undisputed to pay 5 titles, right, just to keep them on. It's insane.
Yeah. I remember even Floyd, when Floyd beat Zab, I think he got the IBF belt, and then by the next fight, he wasn't even IBF champ anymore. It's like, fucking hell.
But can we also agree that that's why when you do make the $50 million check becoming undisputed, everyone gets a piece of the pie.
Yeah.
It took all those ingredients to make the bitch, right?
Mhm. So on that note, there's this old video of Floyd Mayweather that surfaced talking about there being too many belts, and you had an opinion on that as well, right? Like he might not be talking about sanctioning fees per se exactly, but when we have the WBC with the silver champ and the interim champ and the champ in recess, it starts to look like greed at that point. I mean, we saw it recently with Shockey Foster and Stephen Fulton, where the WBC were in there one way or another. They're like, oh shit, he didn't make weight. Oh, fuck it. Let's just do it for the interim lightweight belt. Sure, let's do it. Fuck it. They're just like forcefully going in there. As long as they have that belt on somebody, they can collect money from that somebody. And at that point, it starts to look kind of greedy.
That's a highway robbery, what Floyd was describing there. For them guys to be taking money off of the dudes that are just ranked, fuck your stupid plastic title. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
These guys are just getting ranked, man. And you're taking a piece of their money just so they can say they're ranked number one. I don't like that at all. So what Floyd was talking about there, I'm totally for. And eliminating the super champ was one of the dumbest things the WBA ever made. I don't think the WBC has it. I believe that's only the WBA, but I hated that belt.
They made their own, the franchise champ or some shit. It was something similar.
Yeah. Oh, for WBC?
For WBC, yeah.
Oh.
Where like Lomachenko was like the franchise champ and somebody else was like it was dumb. It was dumb as shit. Don't
Yeah.
get me wrong, it was dumb.
No,
stuff like that.
I would totally be for boxing eliminating all of the special titles. What's the other one?
IBF.
No.
Oh.
You're the champ, the super champ, interim.
Oh, interim, yeah.
Interim. That is a number one ranking. Just give it back. Let's just say number one. Ranked number one in the division. Dude, I'm telling you. It used to look so fucking cool when a fighter, they would show the opponent and they would have the title. They used to put the title up on the screen, the WBC, WBA, IBF, and they would say the world ranking. It'd be like, dude, this dude, he say he was undefeated, had hella knockouts. Now he's ranked top 10 by all three belts. You knew the fight was on. You knew the champ was fighting somebody tight. They're like, no, we'll give him a belt and we'll call him the lesser. Come on, this is stupid.
Yeah, and to some degree, I don't have too much of a problem with the interim one when it's necessary, because really interim just means temporary. Really, if whatever reason the fighter
it took the number one ranking, Miguel. If you notice, they don't say ranked number one in the world anymore on anyone that they announce.
Damn.
What happened to that?
Well, I don't know. I thought it was almost like an in the meantime kind of thing. Like the champ is gone for whatever reason, he's injured or something. All right, we'll have this dude cover the spot until home dude makes it back. Like that's kind of the way I had always taken it. But if that takes the number one spot,
when you win that title, don't you immediately get a shot at the champ?
Yeah, you do, or you're supposed to at least.
You're supposed to at least, unless you're who is a heavyweight? They had to wait 3.5 years.
Dillian White.
Dillian White, yes, sir.
Yeah,
let's hear him. So yeah, no, I hate that. And to casuals and haters, it kills the whole vibe when they announced it and they go, wait a minute, so both of them are champs? And you go, no, this guy he's a champ, but he's not the champ. That's the real champ. Oh, that's why I'm boxing. See, yeah. You killed it all. If you would just had the fucking world ranking there, then we could just go, yeah, see, rank 2, rank 5, and rank 7. Top 10 in all three. Shut up. Moving on. I'm telling you, get rid of that. I'm totally with Floyd on that one. So get rid of all the special titles. Set a flat rate on these, whatever the hell we're charging. And
put it in the contract.
And put it in the contract.
Yeah, so there isn't, because once they're contractually obligated, they kind of can't weasel around it. They kind of can't behind and be like, all right, it's not so much. All right, if you don't pay this, we'll take away the belt. All right, fucking take the belt and whatever. It's like almost like it leaves the that Pikachu meme of he's like, That's what the WBC is left. They're like, fuck, you're gonna give back the belt? Well, shit. There goes that. You know what I'm saying? And if you're gonna force it, be like, no, it's in the contract. You keep the belt, but you're gonna have to fork up the money. Want to give up the belt? Cool. You still gotta fork up the money.
And don't you totally like burn a bridge? Like, cause you're playing bullshit the whole time. Like Terrence knew he wasn't paying that shit. The whole fight camp, the whole promoting of the thing, and he's calling Jose. It's Jose, right?
No, Mauricio.
Mauricio, sorry, rest in peace, his dad. Mauricio, he's calling him up on the phone. Oh yeah, we're on weight. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, the drug tests are good. Yeah, I'm the thing. And you're gonna stiff him. You're literally gonna stiff this dude at the end. It's just a dirty. That's not good business. It really isn't. That needs to be cleaned up. That's that wild, wild west. Your shit you're talking about. We need to clean that up.
Yeah, we can't have those loose ends just kind of dangling around like that.
No.
But yeah, I saw that and I wanted to talk about it because you had a couple of good points that I wanted to reference, and we I'm not sure which segue to go on to because we have a Floyd Mayweather story and we have just a half-assed Ryan Garcia story. You see how he was talking about how he's totally cool with Goosen, hooking up with or linking up, I should say, with Mario Barrios for his training camp, right? I get them mixed up. It's Joe Goosen, right? Not Dan Goosen, Joe Goosen. And he's like, oh yeah, I'm down with them. Like they're in for rude awakening kind of thing. Like he's totally down. And then went as far as to call Joe Goosen a mole. He's like, well, yeah, there were only two people in the gym when I got my ribs cracked or whatever, and one was my pops and it wasn't him. So now he's like trying to point the finger at Joe Goosen for snitching or something, for being a mole. Kind of dumb because he was still with him at the time. But anyway, did you catch that? How he's just like, that sometimes I don't know, that the more the dude talks, the more he gets on my nerve.
More he gets on my nerves. When is him and Barrios supposed to throw down?
February. I want to say that during the most recent fight here. I want to say it was February 21st. I think they said. I think like loosely. I could get the date wrong, but I want to say it was February.
All right, so yeah, hopefully he gets into a gym here soon because he's been posting a lot of videos, and I seen this coming. Once I seen he didn't have a legit trainer, I knew this was coming with the him just on my feed constantly with these. I mean, he's working with the Ring magazine. I'm guessing he's been there a few times. Does he have a job with this? Like, is he on the team with those guys, or is he just a special guest?
No. I mean, I could have sworn he's just a special guest. I mean, the guy isn't on there that like what's the word? Routinely. Yeah, he's on there regularly, but it's not like it's every Tuesday.
Not a routine. Like okay, yeah. I just see him on there a lot. Like I said, all the training he's been showing us looks very Chavez Jr. like, with him in the living room of his house or in a garage, but not in a gym. And Barrios is over there in the gym with Goosen, already showing him working. So they're working.
Yeah, what I was able to pull up was the 21st of February. That's what it looked like. So that's just what AI came up with. But I'm almost certain it was during the most recent Roach and and Pitbull when Mario Barrios was being interviewed and Goosen next to him. They flashed the date there really quick, and I was like, oh shit, I saw February. But I pulled it up here on my phone. It looks like it's the 21st.
Nice.
But the second part of that segue was Floyd Mayweather, because damn it, Andrew, here we are again. We've talked about it many times before. We have battered wife syndrome. We just keep coming back to the boxing, and this is what it delivers sometimes. Floyd Mayweather versus Mike Tyson in Africa in 2026. So next year. They haven't mentioned when yet. I'm assuming the first quarter if they're announcing it around this time. It looks like we're going to have Floyd Mayweather versus Mike Tyson in some sort of exhibition bout, or at least it better be shit. In, I guess, the only place they can get away with it over there in Africa, because they weren't going to do it here in the U.S., I guess. And I'm not sure who would give the green light if Netflix or whomever said no to or the was it first Miami or wherever it was, Atlanta, Georgia. When Atlanta, Georgia was like, no, Gervonta, you're not fighting Jake Paul. I guess Floyd and Tyson were like, yeah, we should probably not do this in the U.S. We should go somewhere else that allow us to do this bullshit. So I'm assuming you have already heard about this. Let me go ahead and just read this quick post here that I pulled up. Mike Tyson has claimed in a recent interview that he will take on Floyd Mayweather in Africa in March. Oh, March. There you go. Bam. March of 2026. This is per Boxing Scene and their Instagram account. Now, again, this is just Mike Tyson claiming it, but this is not the first time I've heard this. So this is the first time, however, that I have heard an actual date, March 2026. When you read this, what was your first impression? Well, what came through your mind when you read this bullshit?
I didn't really think about it until right now. And what I'm thinking that right now is that they're trying to hustle some money over there in Africa. This fight isn't for America. I don't even know if this will get televised over here. Does it say Netflix already on it?
Let me see here. What's it saying? No, as of right now, it doesn't look like there's anything. I mean, every poster that I pulled up that I screenshot, no, it doesn't mention like a specific streaming
Good.
service or anything.
Good, and it should stay that way because I don't think the fans are going to watch this. Not only are we done with Mike Tyson as far as these circus acts, I mean, dude, the last one was pretty bad. The last one was almost Joe Biden-ish going up against Donald Trump in his last debate, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the stumbling before you even get to the ring, the limping around the ring, can't step on that, the knee brace, just the look of the knee brace. The look of Mike Tyson's ass cheeks in the fucking fitting room looked old. He just looked old, bro. It was all bad. I don't see the fan. I'm not tuning in. Miguel, I promise you, I will not be watching this thing live. That's a hard pass for me. What the fuck is Floyd going to prove doing this? But giving some prince over there, some king over there, a night where he brought Mike Tyson and Floyd into his palace to fight. I think that's all that's happening there. And then they're going to do autographs and have a party, and everyone will go home the next day, and the king will say, man, remember last night? That was awesome. There's celebrities at this point going over there. That's all they are.
So essentially, it's a glorified sparring session as a cash grab, really, over there at least.
Yeah, listen. I think they're trying to hustle. I don't even know if they even have a king that has or president, however you want to say it. But I know they still have some kings over there that has even given them the okay that they'll do it. I don't think they have a guy. I think they're just throwing shit out there, seeing if anyone will bite. Floyd probably was up late and seen the fucking Don King documentary.
He's like, what? He conned them into giving him money? Fuck. Right, Mike, guess what? Let me hit you. We can do it. We can totally do it. We can go there, show up, and spike our hair up like we're fucking Don, and we can do it. Wow.
If Mike would, Floyd irritates the fuck out of me how he will not give up that O.
Mm.
He's going to continue to do this shit and watch. He's going to come back too fucking old. And all of us are going to say, why did you wait? Why did you? It's almost like Roy. Remember when Roy, for years, he goes, I ain't going to hurt myself. I ain't going to hurt myself. His whole fucking youth, basically. The dude played it safe.
Mm.
Then in his late fucking 30s and 40s, decided he wanted to get knocked out by everybody. That's going to be Floyd. You watch. I got 52. Floyd's going to make his comeback. 54. He's going to be like, I can't. I still got. It's annoying because the dude could have made $1 billion easy off this Saudi dude. Easy could have made $1 billion on a 3-fight deal. And he could have picked all of them. All of them. It's fucking insane.
I mean, is that the mindset over there with the PBC? Well, maybe not all the PBC guys, because we got already fucking Benavides over here. But that seems to be the mindset of Floyd and maybe Gervonta really is just like, no, I'm not gonna go lick that fucker's toes, to get fucking paid by that guy. I don't want his fucking money. I'm down with trying to make money over here, figuring it out. Is it just that pride that they don't want to go work with them specifically, or that fear, like, oh no, they're gonna try to fuck us over. Let's not go that direction.
Oh yeah, no, they know those guys. That man doesn't play. Did you see what he did today? He literally called them on the biggest day of their life and told them that shit wasn't shit. I got a bigger fight lined up for you in April. You think Floyd wants back-to-back, or excuse me? Well, yeah, I guess Floyd, because he ain't never take the deal. Yeah. You think Floyd or Tank want that kind of resume? Want that kind of schedule?
No.
Fuck no. That ain't robbing a bank at all. That's earning money.
Yeah. Yeah. And they don't want to do that anymore. They're like, I've done plenty of that. Now I'm just trying to rob the bank. That's all I'm trying to do.
Yeah.
Man, yeah, and as of right now, there's no streaming services that's a link to this, so I don't know if it's going to be aired over here, or we're going to have to pull up one of those boxes that that we like to pull up. Check those out and see if
Floyd has fought in a few times overseas that wasn't aired in America,
like the Japanese ones. Those Japanese.
And didn't he do it in Russia or Germany too? I could have swore Floyd has been over there also.
Has he? Maybe he has. I don't know. I know that.
What about that Gotti guy? Was that in Miami?
Oh damn! I don't know. Let me see here. What the fuck is this son of a bitch's name? Here we go. Gotti 3. Oh, Mexico City.
Mexico City. There's another one. See?
What in the hell? Yeah, that was in Mexico City. Yeah.
And then he did one in Japan.
A few, and
these weren't televised. We had to go on the internet to find this shit. And no one want that bullshit. And no one's gonna want. The best thing they can do is try to get the greatest backdrop Africa can offer. Whatever country they are going to, you try to put this on a stage where the backdrop is something beautiful, and maybe someone will tune in. And now, if that's you want 80,000 people there screaming. What do they say? It's not kumbaya. What is it?
No. Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about, but I don't know. Yeah.
Ali Umbaye. If it's something like that, maybe they want one of them to die. then let's go with that. Or you try to do the best biggest fight stage you can put on, and maybe Netflix gets involved. I mean, I'm talking like Coming to fucking America, like fucking elephants and giraffes walking in the background, bro.
You want fucking Jumanji in the background? Is that the fuck you want?
Fucking Tree of Life. You know what I'm saying, Miguel? Yeah. You remember when Coming to America and him and his dad are walking through the courtyard or whatever? Yeah, that's what I'm looking for, dude. Fuck out of here.
That's pushing it.
Well, if it's them in a gym, a hard pass.
It's them in a fucking high school gym. You can see the nets pulled up. Yeah, that's quite.
Hey, did it at his house? Come on, now don't knock my dream.
His house. I mean, what's Pop's house?
I'm saying whatever king they're fighting at, they'll do it in the courtyard in the backyard. It's got to have some pretty shit. You gotta live on one of them lives on a mountain. Come on now.
Didn't Joe Calzaghe have a fight like in front of a castle or some shit once, like back in the day? Ooh. I could have sworn it was some HBO shit, I think, or Showtime. Might have been Showtime, but I'm gonna pull him up here real quick. But I'm almost certain he fought. It was badass. Like the backdrop, you can see some like killer ass castle. Where the hell was it? Because he's from Wales, right? So I think it was like a Wales thing. I'm pulling up his record right now, but yeah, I could have sworn like at one time they went over there, and I don't even know what time it was over here, as a matter of fact, but it was pretty badass. Yeah, all these are what I'm pulling up here, but. Cardiff, Wales, nationalized, yeah. But anyway, yeah, I'm almost certain at one time he had some sort of like castle or something nearby. It was like out in the open. It was pretty badass, actually. It was pretty tight.
Nice. Yep.
If you're listening, Floyd, and I'm sure you are, you better at least do that so we can have some sort of coverage over here. Otherwise, ain't nobody give a shit.
Nobody. Fucking Floyd versus Tyson. Come on, that's laughable. Even the casual fans that like them too know that fight shouldn't be taking place. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. They were pushing it with Roy. They barely got by with Tyson Roy. People took that one as being real. Floyd versus Mike. Come on, what are we fucking doing here?
Yeah, at this point, it's pretty obvious. It's egregious. You know, when you see that shit, you're like, man, it's a slap in the face, and it makes you not want to watch it. When you see that stuff, you're like, man, really? No, fuck this. You're not taking my fucking money. You're not taking my time. I'm not watching this bullshit. Oh my. But yeah, so that I went I want to say my pops even heard about it. And he's like, "Is this true?" I'm like, "I don't know, Dad. As of right now, I don't think so. But who the hell knows, really? I mean, I don't know if I mean, from what I've seen here, it looks like it was Tyson talking about it, right? And Tyson himself wasn't even 100% like definitive about it. So hopefully it doesn't happen. But um, is Floyd running out of cash here? Does he just kind of need to like do as little risk as possible, get the most amount of money as he can? What's going on here?
I have no idea what's going on. All I know is the clock is ticking. If it hasn't already died, for him to at least strike a bill. I'm telling you, Floyd would get $1 billion. I guarantee it. He'd be the first athlete to sign $1 billion contract, bro.
Mm.
Look at where contracts are right now. I'm not even going really out on a limb. Isn't baseball already on like 750 million? Didn't they already sign someone for that? I want to say they did.
Isn't that how much money that Otani dude got? Or he got a fuck ton of money. Yeah, he got hella money. Yeah.
Yeah, he might have already gotten $1 billion. You're right, bro. You're right. It might have already been done. But yes, he got. I think when you add his endorsement money, they said something about he's supposed to make $1 billion. But yes, baseball's through the roof. So it's not. This is not even hard. What I'm saying. I'm talking about 3 fights, and I seriously, his comeback fight would probably make a quarter of that fucking contract back up in one night.
Yeah.
All you would need to do is get him to win. And the second fight, we're profiting.
Yeah. Right. Damn.
It'd be fucking bigger than Rocky, Apollo Creed coming back in Rocky, bro. If Floyd came back and was actually successful, I'm just being real. Like, why no one can talk this into Floyd? Like, who gives a fuck about this fucking record? We're talking about $1 billion for your family. You're how old? 48, 49? We're talking about setting generations later. And I get it. Floyd's going to say, I already got that. We know he doesn't. We know he doesn't.
That's why he's doing this.
Yes.
Of course we know he doesn't.
I'm talking about a reset on your bank account where all the banks love you again. All the jewelers love you again.
Exactly. The credit goes up, your fucking credit score goes up all of a sudden, all the loans are paid right off the bat.
You will be Mr. Floyd Mayweather again when they call. Not, we need our money or we're going to sue. Click.
Yeah. Or you're going to have to return that chain, that big old chain, please. You have to return it, sir, please.
Employees boycotting, picketing in front of your places.
Yeah. You can open your gyms again if you like, Mr. Floyd.
You can open your gym. $1 billion? Damn right he can open a gym or two. Come on, man. This is fucking ridiculous that we've said this for so long. And it's not like we're saying it and the guy rode off into the sunset and he's like, man, those fuckers won't leave me alone. He keeps putting his name on these bullshit fights. And it's like, bro, cash the fuck out. Like, what are we doing here, man? I wouldn't even care if he lost. If you lost, it would be like he lost, but he's 48. Nobody would care, Floyd.
Yeah. Is that really what he's holding on to at this point? Just that fucking
That's what
like, because what I mean, like you said, would anybody give? I mean, I've been wanting to see him lose in the longest time, but even I'm not gonna be like, oh, he fucking lost at the age of 52. Like, I don't give really at the age of 52. Come on now, no one gives two fucks at that point.
Right. No, it would really make him like a Sugar Ray Leonard of this era. And I know he's a lot older, people. I get it. We've talked about this many times. But I think he would make more fans than enemies if he came back and actually pulled it off. I mean, we're talking about like George Foreman, coming back and knocking out more. Those make them heroes. Foreman went from a fixed fighter to the American sweetheart.
Yeah. All right. Well, this is a perfect time to throw in our sponsors for the show here. Make sure to check out Health y Sol. This is tallow-based soap. Make sure to give them a try if you happen to find, or check them out. Check their website, of course. If you happen to find anything you like, make sure to use the code MADBoxing10 at checkout, or use the affiliate link that we're going to have in the description and get 10% off of your purchase. Make sure to give them a try. Lavender patchouli, I believe it is the specific name of the scent that I love, which I use for my hair and my whole body and everything. It smells great, and it's natural soap. So make sure to give them a try. Health y Sol tallow-based soap. Let me know what y'all think. As a matter of fact, I think one of our comments, I'm gonna answer that. I saw one of our comments was like, "Dude, that soap is legit." I gotta hit them up and respond to one of those in one of our previous videos. All right, so that leads us to I don't know, the false alarm. Earlier in the week, Jake Paul decided to go to his social media account and post that he has some sort of announcement, major announcement that he has to make. Something along the lines. Let me see if I can find this. Here we go. Here, this is. Oh yeah, it was on X, or Twitter, formerly Twitter. 9 a.m. Eastern, Tuesday. Major update had to be done. It is what it is. Now, when I saw this, I took a screenshot. I even created a meme to send to Andrew and said, "Andrew, you fucking called it. He's going to say he's injured to pull out of the fight." One of the last shows, I think not the most recent one, but before then, Andrew himself said, "Hey, there's still time. Still got a couple more weeks. There's still time for him to pull out. You know, he's could do it." And then I saw this, and I'm like, "Here it is. Here it is." Now, mind you, 6 p.m. Eastern is I'm sorry, 9 Jesus Christ, 9 a.m. Eastern is 6 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, which is around the time that I get up for work. So I'm like, cool, I'm gonna be up, I'm gonna have my phone. Don't worry, guys, I actually do work. I am paying attention. I have the phone near me, but I'm actually working. And 6 a.m. comes around Pacific Standard Time, nothing. And I'm like, all right, let's just wait the day out. Let's wait the day out. Nothing, nothing, nothing. All right. Andrew sends me a screenshot of what he saw that had to do with a supposed, because we don't know how true this is. Again, so we can only take what we see on the internet with a grain of salt. But a go easy clause that was in the contract for Jake Paul and Anthony Joshua. So when I saw that, I'm like, what, is that it? I mean, no, there's no fucking way. If anything, Jake Paul would want to not announce that so he doesn't look like a punk bitch, and to be like, hey guys, there's going to be a big announcement. There's been a change in the contract, and that change is that Anthony Joshua can't whip my ass like hardcore. You know, he can tap me a little bit, but he won't go full power. It's like, no. Obviously, he wouldn't want that. So when I saw this, and I have heard this before, stuff like that, like in another article that I read about this "go easy" clause, which again, don't know if it's true or not, but every time that it's brought to Anthony Joshua's attention, it's like, no, yo, this is legit. This is a 100% legit fight. But here we are, Tuesday evening, more than 24 hours from the initial tweet. Well, I should say not the tweet, but when the announcement was supposed to happen. And still nothing. I've been looking, I've been checking, and nothing seems to be coming. Oh, go ahead. What's up?
I was just saying, I'm trying right now, bro. I'm trying to look. What do I look up there? MVP promotions?
I just Googled Jake Paul or Jake Paul announcement or some shit like that. Like, that's really the only thing that I could think of that. But I'm surprised. I mean, it shouldn't be this difficult to find if it's out there, because Jake Paul is a major figure, right? And he's an influencer. So anything that he does gets posted immediately on his account or someone else's account. And it's not something that we have to go digging for necessarily. It should be there pretty quick. That's how it is with most Instagram or Twitter or anything like that. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, it's the people that are trending, and that it should be that. But as of right now, nothing, huh?
So 9 hours ago, he posted a fight poster of him and Joshua on Instagram. He put Judgment Day is almost here. You say impossible. I say let's find out. 8 rounds, 3-minute rounds, 10-ounce gloves, professional heavyweight belt. Jake Joshua. So yeah, that's 9 hours ago. That's his page he's posting. So it looks like he's in.
Well, there's even like a commercial run after that, right? Shortly after that, he posted on his social media that live on Netflix. It isn't anything new that we don't already know. So when we read stuff like that, I'm thinking, come on now, what like the way he makes it seem, major update had to be done. It is what it is. When you throw in it is what it is, it sounds more like a I'm kind of disappointed that we had to go in this direction kind of thing, right? That's what I get. And when he says it had to be done, I've even seen him bringing in what did he say? It was like AJ had Usyk in training camp or something, and this dude had to bring like Daniel Dubois' sister into like help him to give him tips or something because Dubois knocked out Anthony Joshua. I don't know what how the connection is there. I mean, I'm assuming that's what it is, but again, I'm just trying to connect the dots. But I've seen that he's gonna have I think she might even be on the undercard of this fight. I don't get it, but anyway, it seems like it's a false alarm, and I don't know. Is he trying? Is interest waning in this fight where like we're starting to lose interest, and he's like shit. It's not trending the way it was. Let me try to throw something out there to try to get people back in and reeling back into this bait.
Well, yes, I do believe he did it to promote the fight. He got everybody to immediately write about it, talk about it. I mean, it went viral. So, job well done on Jake Paul's part, right? He got it hot again. So, and that's and look, Floyd and Manny did the same thing. Remember when they were giving us those false signing agreement times or whatever? I mean, remember that one everyone had to go to, was it Top Rank's website? And we literally sat there. Wasn't Manny on the air? I think Freddie Roach was there, but Floyd never shows up.
No, I don't remember that. What,
Yeah,
we're talking what like 09 or something or what?
Yeah, it was one of their bullshit, oh, we're gonna sign tonight kind of deals, and they were screwing with us. And I think Jake Paul probably remembered that and did the same thing. Yeah, you want this to go viral? I would say I'm gonna announce something tomorrow at 6 a.m. Bet you his name at 6 a.m. went through the roof on Google.
But I mean, it's okay. Props to him if that was the intent, right? It just kind of fooled us into trending, making that trend again. But it doesn't that kind of I mean, it's a crummy way of doing business. Wouldn't that turn people away? Like, would it be like, man, this fucker's just pulling a leg? Fuck these guys. I'm totally not watching this bullshit. I mean, it is Netflix. People, it's gonna be free, so I'm sure people are gonna tune in anyway. But isn't that like kind of a low down, dirty way to try to get interest?
If you look at the media room, the comment section,
all right,
they all hate him already. This guy has a lot of hate out there. I know he has a lot of fans, but in the boxing world, in the boxing chats, there was a lot of hate to be given his way. So, like, I'll never watch him again. I knew he was gonna do this. This dude's a pussy. This guy sucked. Like, I was just like, damn. The guy's done some good things. I mean, fuck you guys. No, they're all gonna be there. They're all gonna show up. They all want to see him lose. He is taking that role of, and granted, he already lost once, but nobody watched. It was Tyson. It was Tommy Fury. No one's seen that. Anthony Joshua, he will be viral.
Yeah, that does. I mean, that makes sense, but oh man, it's just such a dirty way to try to garner interest.
Miguel, have you seen some of his reels?
No. I never watch any of that stuff.
Oh, the guy's nothing but a jackass, bro. He's like that jackass dude. I mean, he's got that MMA dude with him, the colored hair guy.
Oh, O'Malley?
O'Malley. Him and that guy make a lot of videos together. Yes. That's all they. Dude, that's who Ryan freaking wakes up and prays to every morning. Ryan looks at their numbers and goes, fuck. What we gotta do, Dad? This is the future right here, not boxing.
That's who. when Ryan wakes up in the morning, he pulls out a little mat, right, like the way
points to the west,
Muslim, points to the west, or the east, or whatever direction Jake Paul is, and just like praise, It's like this guy knows what he's talking about. See, Dad?
Oh yeah, rises in the east, huh? Rises in the east.
That's the ones, yeah.
So they point at the east probably in the morning, west at night, something like that.
Mm.
Say good morning and goodbye.
Yeah. Does he have like one of those candles, but it has like Jake Paul on it? Just like good night.
It said
Jake
Virgin
Paul.
Mary, but it
Yeah.
has
Yeah.
Paul's
It's like
face.
Jake Paul with like boxing gloves on, and he's got like blood on him as if he's like some sort of
Ay,
sacrificial
ay, ay.
figure. Oh man. So I just noticed something. This fight is on the 19th, but it's a Friday. It's not a Saturday. Like I didn't notice that. I wonder why. Is there like boxing on the 20th or some other pay-per-view card or something? I don't think there is, but it just seemed kind of weird that they're doing it on a Friday. I don't was it um was it the same? Well, damn, I don't know. No,
He
we
did
said
this before. He did.
yeah.
Yeah, I believe Jake Paul has fought on a Friday before. Um, I don't know why they're doing it. Maybe it's cheaper. Maybe the arenas are cheaper, bro.
Because it looks like, let me just double check here. I'm gonna look at my calendar. But when his fight with yeah, see, his fight with Gervonta Davis was supposed to have been on the 14th of November, which is also a Friday.
Yeah.
So that just seems kind of weird. I don't know. I mean, I know we're talking about Fridays earlier and Thursday fights and everything, but I'm so used to saying Saturday, Saturday, Saturday that I'm
Saturday
sure at some point I said
might already be occupied. Could have been a scheduling issue where they're like, "Hey, you guys are getting to the end of the year. We're booked." And then you start looking at weekdays, right? You're like, "Well, you got anything on a weekday? Yeah, we got a Friday. Want to do it on a Friday? Fuck yeah!" So
you
it
got
could
any
be that.
Wednesday evening shows? So
Could
so,
have.
so Andrew and Migs don't record, talk shit about us again. Yeah, but that just seems kind of strange. I had never seen that. I mean, it's not like Fridays. I mean, fights haven't happened on Fridays before. Of course they have. It just seems like most of his fights. I guess the majority of fights are on Saturdays. But looking back at some of his fights, I guess maybe some of them were on Friday, and I just never noticed it. But I mean, it happens, and like it's rare. I just noticed that. I'm like, fuck, it's Friday. It seems kind of weird. But yeah, so we're gonna keep our ears peeled and see if some sort of information pops up regarding it, and then we'll talk about it, of course. But as of right now, it just seems like some sort of bait to kind of get interest in it again. I it I would have to assume that he went this direction because there was loss of interest, but that's a bad sign, isn't it? Like, I mean, the fact that we're a couple of weeks away from it and he felt the need to go to stoop this low to get interest back in the fight. If interest is dropping and we're rapidly approaching the fight, what could it be? Is it another ticket issue again, kind of the way we suspect it was with Gervonta? Because the fact that he's going to this extent to try to get interest in the fight again, and we're only a few weeks away and interest has dropped, that's a bad sign, isn't it?
Yeah, it could be. I don't. He told me. He told us that he's making
He,
two
he,
hundred
he
fifty
told you.
million.
He told you directly on the phone.
Yes, that he's making 250 million from Netflix. Uh, I wouldn't give a fuck what the stands look like, but that is a bonus, right?
Mm.
So I'm sure him and Joshua are like, "Hey, man, if we can pack the house, we're also splitting that." So maybe that's his push to, "Hey, I want to try to sell every ticket that I can." But
Or
Anthony's,
going back to Netflix. If Netflix is gonna have to fork up the cash, like will they
well,
get a cut
that's
of it? I
already
mean,
signed.
no, no, I know. Well, I'm saying like Netflix is gonna have to, they're not just investing for shits and giggles. They're investing because they're gonna get some of their money back, and to
No,
make it
I don't think
no,
Netflix gets any of the
not
tickets.
nothing. You
Fuck
don't think?
no. No, they're not doing the ticket. They're not doing all that work. That's all MVP promotions. All a
Mm.
telecast gets is the viewership money, right?
Any subscriptions? I guess.
Yeah. No,
Mm.
I think all that goes to MVP promotions and to Anthony Joshua, Eddie Hearn. They're the ones that are hustling them tickets.
Mm. Yeah, I don't know. When I saw that, and I'm like, man, that what's going on? The fact that we're losing this much interest, and we're rapidly approaching the fight. We're what a week away. Well, let me see, a week from this Friday, I guess, right? Because this Friday is the 12th. Yeah, so a week from this Friday, we have.
Is there a way you can check to see if he trended yesterday? Because I mean, it makes perfect sense, Miguel, if he went number one on Google. Like,
Let me
then he
see.
made a lot of money.
All right, let me see here. Let me see if I can find it here. So,
Yeah, if there's something.
um, Yes, well, this is what AI is saying.
Okay.
Yes, Jake Paul is trending heavily in December 2025 due to major anticipation, speculation around his upcoming boxing match with Anthony Joshua, following cryptic social media posts that had fans worried he might pull out, only for this quote unquote major update to be the signing of boxer Caroline Dubois. Okay, this is what
Well, I
AI is
did
saying.
see that. Yeah, I did
Yeah, I saw
see.
that, but I mean, what? No, that can't be it. That's no way. That's it. It
He
had to be
tricked every
done. It is what it is. What?
because he tricked people, bro. He got us
Uh,
to. I know. Don't believe the guy next time, but I'm sure there's a lot of people that are still gonna believe his bullshit next time too. But he tricked everyone.
mm,
I'm telling you, they did it when Top Rank and fucking PBC did it to us too with the Floyd and Manny. They even had a fake sign. Dude, I stayed up until like 3 in the morning. Screw you, Miguel. Screw you. I was
uh,
one of those guys, bro. Clock is ticking. You don't remember that? They had a fucking clock ticking and everything on this bullshit, bro. And he never
gosh.
shows up.
No, I'm surprised that I mean I remember hearing about the potential signing of the fight, of course, and that had everybody drooling, but like to the point that there's some goddamn countdown clock. Like,
Yes.
no, I don't remember that at all. Like that
Yeah,
should no.
man. Yep, they did that to us. So yeah, no,
Damn,
good
what
one
a
on
wow.
Jake. Good little fast one. I'm sure the girl that he's the boss sister is probably very happy that he hooked her up like that.
I wonder if she's gonna get hate from it now. Now it's like, what? This is the announcement, man. Fuck you.
You
Like,
suck.
yeah. I said, you're just as sloppy as your fucking brother. Getting knocked the fuck out, just random. Yeah, because that definitely is not the it is what it is type of signing that I was thinking it was going to be as for damn sure.
Hey, he
Uh,
didn't get a lot of people hating though. I'll give him that. Like you didn't see a lot of boxing websites going, "Hey, what the hell, man? I waited up," or "I fucking," you know.
well, no, because the boxing websites get the traffic too. So I mean, I'm sure they weren't
Well, there
hating
you,
it.
there you
If
go.
they're reporting it, they're posting it. Their people are going to the websites, the boxing talks and the boxing scenes and stuff like that. Bad left hooks, all those guys. I mean, I'm sure they're going to get some sort of traffic because of this fake false announcement or whatever the shit is, which I don't actually think has to do with anything with that Dubois chick. But yeah, shame on you, Paul, Jake Paul, for your dumbass shit. But
Oh my gosh. Teofimo Lopez and Shakur did a back and forth with the ring editor as the play by play
oh
guy. I
yeah,
don't
yeah, I did see that. Yeah, they were.
wow. It's
Yeah,
a weird
Shakur's getting into it with everybody. Like he got into it with Ryan too over that. Well, Ryan was on that show, and he was into it with Ryan. Ryan was throwing fucking
yeah,
missiles at
Ryan's
him.
a bum though. I mean,
Yeah,
and
of
I
course.
hate I hate talking like that about him, but in the boxing world, he's a bum and he needs to like seriously watch what he says. He's got a fight over Devin Haney that had steroids involved, it had overweight being involved, it had him looking like a jackass. Like you didn't look yeah, like Ryan's a bum. Like they need to chill on Ryan. Ryan just needs to get back in the winning. Ryan lost to Rolly fucking Romero, Miguel.
Hmm.
It
No,
should be
for
over for
sure.
that kid right now.
It should be. It should be his major fight with Gervonta. He lost his next major fight. He tested positive. The fight after that, he loses. Yeah, that's not.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah,
Eesh.
I
So,
can see the WBC giving him a belt after even if he loses against Barrio, it's like, all right, here you go. Here's a participation belt. Fork up my fucking sanction fee.
that's
Uh,
25,000,
yeah,
please.
yeah. It's like, what was your percentage? I will do 0.03, okay, and we'll switch it up for you because we heard you complaining about us on that fucking Max Kellerman show. All right. Well, those are the stories that we wanted to cover. Not too long of a show, but we wanted to talk about that and this immediate news that we're going to talk about in regards to Jake Paul, but nothing happened there. Andrew, was there anything on your side that popped up on your feed that maybe you want to talk about?
Yes.
Oh shit. Okay.
Toxic
Oh my
fog.
goodness. Could this be what Jake Paul is talking about? Guys, watch out. There is this toxic fog up in Northern California.
Yep, usually refers to California's dense tool fog, a natural radiation fog that becomes hazardous because it traps pollutants like diesel and ammonia with moisture, creating poor visibility, pileups, and poor air quality. Told you, bro. Haven't seen the sun in a few days. It's weird. I was like, where did this come from? I don't remember. Miguel, I lived in the valley a good portion of my life. A lot of family out here. I don't remember them ever going out there and going, oh, yeah, watch out. It's the toxic fog right now. The fuck did
Like,
this come from?
Mijo, you're gonna stay home from school today. We got toxic fog today. One of those.
I'm telling you, like, you think our vegetables are affected by the toxic radiation fog, bro?
I would have to assume so. Something's gonna have to, if it travels through the damn fields,
Right?
even the damn bunny rabbits are trying to snatch the fucking carrots will be affected by it, I'm sure. Wow.
Yeah.
All right. Well, stay safe. Wear your mask. Stay 6 feet away from from everybody. Get your hand sanitizer ready. Just saying. Make sure nothing happens because we need you. We need you, Andrew. We need you for 2026.
Yes, sir.
All right. All right. Well, that's gonna wrap it up, y'all. That's what we wanted to talk about here. Not too much information, not too much news, but anything pops up between now and well, no, definitely Sunday, of course, because Sunday is our normal information, and that will be technically fight week for Jake Paul and Anthony Joshua. So we'll take a look at what are the odds for that fight, right? I mean, I guess so, because we might actually do another show on Wednesday if something else pops up, but if not, we definitely will have Sunday. So for my co-host, Andrew, don't get it twisted, Lapachet, I am Miguel Antonio Barragan, aka Fight Fiend Migs, and this has been the Mad Boxing Show. Thank you once more for checking us out. Enjoy the rest of your week. Take care. Peace.